All right, so what we're going to do now is review how to add a job to the UST Airtable that might not be in there. So this is, for example, this job, 520 Evans. Now, again, the way that these jobs work, if I go to like a completed job, let's say one in Burwood. So for Burwood, you can see that if I open it up, we've got the meter ID here. And for that meter ID, so if I just copy that, that meter ID here is linked to a meter in the meter reference table. So if I go and open the meter reference table and I search for this meter number, Control F, you can see that we already have an entry for this meter. So it's already logged as, tenancy 8 on the ground floor at 13 Foundation Boulevard. So if there is a job here for this meter, Nabil doesn't need to email us. He can just raise it and it will automatically come through. However, if there's a job like this one where this meter number, if I Control C, copy this, and I go to the reference table, Control F up here, search for it, 0 of 0 options, results, sorry. So that meter's not in here, and he isn't able to add a new meter number in here. It doesn't have the permissions, but we do. So we are going to add it for him. So I've got a little view here that says UST add job not in system. And when he sends us one of these, you can search for the meter number first in the meter reference table, see if it's there. If it is, you can raise the job yourself. If not, we're going to do this process. Okay, so we'll go step by step. First thing is, we need to go up to this plus, and we need to add a new site. Now, sorry, not a new site, we need to add a new job. Now, there might already be one in here. I think the way the filters worked, if there's anything assigned, they'll be here. And you can just press the little plus sign symbol here, or you can press the one down here. Both will add a job. Doesn't matter which one, you can do either. Once you have added this line as a job, click on the little expand button, and this will make it a bit easier to navigate. First thing we want to do is we want to find in here, so let's just adjust this so we can see both. We want to look at the job details, and we go, basically, you want to go top to bottom with these fields. So we'll start off with the meter ID. So we're going to put the meter number in, copy the meter number from the email, and add it. Now, if you get an entry here, so you might have something pop up. Because we had this pop up. It might be something like this, like, oh, look, this is already in here. So if that's the case, you can just click on it and add it, and that will add all of the details automatically. All you need to do after that is add the service and the date required and the special instructions if there are any. However, in this case, when we put this meter number in, no entry pops up. So what we do is where it says create SAM, we click that, and that will create a new meter number in our meter reference table. After that, we need to fill in some details for this meter ID before we go any further. So once you've added a new entry for the meter, you click on the little box, and it will ask you to add the site. So the site we need is 520 Evans. And as you can see, we've already got an entry for that. So what we would do is just click that. Now, if there is not an entry, so let's pretend it's 1000 Evans, 1000 Evans Road. You put 1000 in and says, no, there's nothing here, create a new site. We create a new site. Site name raw, let's pretend it's 1000 Evans Road. you'll add all of the relevant details. So like in cabinets, say, so 001 key. Let's just pretend this is what it is. You add the state, you add the map address, Evans Road, Lynbrook, Vic, 3904. And once you've got the site name, the access details, the state, and the map address, you're all done with that. That's all the details you need to put in for the site. Okay. This will keep a tally of what's in there, or what meters are a part of that. So you don't need to do anything with that. So once you've done that, click away, and you'll see now, compared to before, we've got a site entry in here. Okay. So that is what you would do if the site doesn't show up. Okay. However, for us, when we put 520 Evans in, there was already details in here. Okay. Now you can see that the access details are empty. So we can put, I'll just add this freestanding cabinets on site. So we've clicked on this and this has popped up, and that's all we really need to do for the site. Tenancy, have a look at the email so we can see it's unit 21. So we put 21. Meter location. Now you don't have to add this if you don't want to. But if you have a specific meter and location for that meter, you can put that in there. I don't know where it is at this point. So we'll leave that as is. And address. So I want to do, we can just grab it from here. Copy 520 Evans Road into the address. Okay. And we've put this in twice, but this is because the map address kind of just gives us where the general site is. This one will tell us specifically where the address for this meter is here. Okay. So once you've got the site, the tenancy, the meter location, if you have any, and the address, you can once again click away from here and close it. And you can see that most of this is already filled in from what we've done in the other ones. So we'll look down here. So the meter ID is in, the site's in, the tenancy's in, the address is in, service required. So we'll just look at the service required, non sign up disconnection. So I think that's an occupier disconnection. We'll put disconnection for non-payment. The date required, so it's telling us the 24th. Put the 24th. And any special instructions. We've got an OC contact, but we don't need it because everything on site is clear. There's access, so we can just leave that blank. But yeah, and that should be it. And once we click away in here, we don't need this email now. We'll expand this. And what you can see is we've got your meter ID, the site, the tenancy, the address, service required, the date required. And if you want to add any special instructions, you can do that. So maybe complete before 2 p.m. Something like that. Yep. So that's done. Now what we'll do is we'll have a look at our ad hoc jobs. And if we go to our ad hoc jobs, let's minimize these. You can see now we have this job in here. We'll have our meter ID, the service, the site, the tenancy. All of this is all in here. And now we can, all of the details are in, we can allocate that out. So that's all you really need to do when you're adding these jobs. You just put in those details that are listed in here, in this line, and you should be fine.